Good day everyone. This week we'll be looking at human communication process. So what is communication? In the English language we have 4 skills, which is reading, writing, listening and speaking. So there are 2 input skill and there's 2 output skill. So for your input skill you have reading, where you receive information, and then output is writing. And then you have listening, which is your input skill, and then you have the output skill, which is speaking. So in this class we'll be focusing only on listening and speaking. So when it comes to listening and speaking, there are 2 participants, which is speaker and the audience. So what is involved is the verbal and non-verbal communication. So from the audience point of view, what do the audience look for the speaker? They will look at the verbal communication, which is the word, and also the paralinguistic cues. Paralinguistic cues are your accent, how loud or soft are your speech, your rate, how fast or slow you can speak, your accent, how thick is your accent. All of these affect how the audience would understand your message. And then the non-verbal communication is your body language, which is your gestures, your facial expression, and so on. From the speaker's point of view, you have also verbal and non-verbal. The speaker will look at your non-verbal, which is your body language, your facial expression, do you understand the message, the way you say it and whatnot. All those give information to your speaker about the speech that he or she is presenting. And also when given the feedback, it also involves the words and also the paralinguistic cues, which is the verbal communication. Now, communication is effective with body language 55%. So the use of body language, people look at the use of body language to understand information. Then you have paralinguistic cues 34%, and then you have words 7%. Okay, now the process of communication involves the sender and the receiver with choosing the right appropriate channel or mode of communication. So to transfer the information. So you have this mode, and also the noises would be the barriers that would affect your communication. So noises can be external and internal. External noises can be the noises from the TV, your baby sister crying, construction noises, which would affect your message. Internal noises are like you're afraid that you're not good enough in speaking, so that affects the way you send your message and how the receiver understands the message. So an example of the communication you can see here, you have the sender and the receiver. The receiver would make meaning out of the message, provide feedback, and these two are known as participant, and you have the appropriate channel, which is the presentation of the face-to-face. Okay, so this will work until the message is fully understood. So type of noises, like I mentioned just now, psychological could be your internal problem, which is you feel you're not good enough in the language, so it affects the way you speak. Environmental can be external, like the noises of construction, TV noises, sisters crying and whatnot. Social can be your prejudice or your bias toward the audience, or even to the audience toward the speaker. Organization, when you have a very poor organization structure, that could create miscommunication. You argue a lot because you couldn't actually understand. Physiological could be when you're feeling hungry, you are sick, you cannot understand the message and whatnot. So these are the type of noises. So in the next lesson, we'll continue with this. So I'll stop here.